Nice. That's pretty sweet. Those are the best.
Coward, may you die with your eyes closed.
I want to turn.
My genius will be understood
Yeah, I think
eventually.
so. It's like a not like neither team has a huge edge in my opinion, but I think the ease of execution is definitely on the side of CBC. They have a little bit more simple of Tom. I guess save the Elise. The Elise is um, an interesting choice there, but the rest of the champs are very easy to pull off. Pretty good champs in terms of what seems to work in PMA LCS in terms of win, like what champs win the most. MF, Leona, Shen, and Malzahar, especially. Elise is probably up there with
Malzahar's really smart against the Hecarim to be able to maybe curb the pony and stop him from just absolutely running down the back line.
But yeah, on the other hand, the Oriana like does fare well into the mouse and pop through the ghoul things, the Malzahar W pretty easily, and poke him out and poke out the shield. Has good team fight setup with the um, Hecarim, you know what I mean? Just ball delivery system and like you said, Mordekaiser can take away Elise or something like that.
It looks like it's actually going to be Oriana support with the Galio mid potentially coming out here. I don't know, unless they're just in complete wrong role order. Hey, Mordekaiser jungle seems OP. Can you see everything, Bear?
Yeah, the client is pretty tiny, but like I think I'll be able to see
Yeah,
it.
that's because it's a huge screen. It'll once it goes up, it'll be fine.
It's not updated on the laptop.
Yeah.
But look how great this draft wall site is.
I know, it's amazing. And nobody can use the age old trick of shit, pro draft screwed up. I'm sorry, it's actually this pick.
Well, it's still doesn't it still auto lock or like you still have a time limit, right?
Yeah, of course, but
Gotcha. Yeah, that was the worst coding.
we were fucking
That's yeah.
jerking off about something completely different in the middle of draft without actually deciding on a pick.
So in terms of the players in this draft specifically, like I really like the Hecarim pick onto for PD because Maya's consistently, or I would say consistently popped off on it, but like I'd say in terms of how often you should be popping off, he's done it above average for sure. So
As well as like Maya tends to pop off a lot on a lot of different picks in the jungle, but when he does pop off on Hecarim, it feels a lot more oppressive and difficult to deal with than some of the
yeah,
other
like he's
champions.
actually just running in 1v5 and winning the fight alone,
Yeah.
like and then the team storms in.
Yep. And I do want to mention welcome back to the league, Mr. Games Games Manager Necro Guy, and I apologize that on your return you get bonked and sent to Shen jail.
Bonk, go to Shenzhen.
And
Shen is
also, now
a
that I
fun
see the
champ.
nameplates, the renected band makes a lot more sense.
Yeah,
I like
it's
playing
adding
Shen.
up
You get
now.
to fight early, port around the map.
Yeah.
I mean, Shen is pretty aggressive nowadays too, so I don't think
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna be too unhappy with the pick. But into Mordekaiser is definitely a little tough.
Yeah, at least it's not Maokai jail.
Dude, I hate it. Look, everyone's got to start somewhere. I started in Maokai jail. Any of you aspiring top laners out there, put yourself in Maokai jail. It'll do wonders for you.
Maokai Jail. Yeah, honestly, like if you can learn to pick up solo kills and win trades as a tank, those tools and techniques are honestly super fundamental for any other like bruiser or like carry in the top lane as well.
Absolutely.
Except for you kind of have like this like kind of like bigger gray area window where if you like mess something up, you aren't just like all of a sudden turbo inting.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Oh, and
that's
Supernal got the Elise. That is the one I was going to talk about. I keep forgetting with the name change. I also couldn't see the names because they were so tiny on my screen, but it's okay.
Supernal's
You
playing.
can see them now.
I thought they were
Yeah,
playing.
so Elise is a signature pick of theirs. So like they're very proficient on that. That's the one that came to mind when I was thinking of who plays Elise in PML LCS. So it should be interesting. A very aggressive pick. Like I think it is a strong pick right now as well. So
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how it stacks up against Hecarim. Both junglers trying to get out early in gank in this game for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Are we going to pause at 10?
Pause at 12. Good place.
Okay, okay.
Hecarim has an easier time clearing the jungle, but the gank potential is slightly higher with the Elise.
I am paused at 12.
At least not gank
Yeah,
potential,
paused
but
at
like
15,
gank
it's not bad.
kill potential.
Paused at 15. Getting even spicier. Okay,
It's gonna happen soon.
I'm ready.
All right, ready? 3,
Yeah.
2, 1, go.
Alright, do you want me to make anything bigger, Bear?
Like anything.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Yeah, do you want me to make something bigger?
like you're talking to anything.
Like everything? Make everything bigger?
Okay. No, nothing.
There you go.
Nothing.
There you go, there's my HUD. Any map skill. There you go. Cover up the objective timers.
Ooh, an invade coming in versus a stack. I've seen this one go down several
I've
times.
seen this one before.
Oh, they saw the ward. They saw the ward.
Abort.
They didn't. No, there was no ward. They just kind of aborted. Nice.
Did they even place a ward?
No.
Yeah, they did. Elise got something down. She's one vision scorer.
Where'd they put it?
I don't know. Maybe they cleared it. Maybe yeah. She had it cleared it.
Oh, did they start with a sweeper?
Maybe yeah. And there's also a red ward
Gotcha.
right here.
Yeah, because there's already wards placed for sure. So it's hard to see right now.
Absolutely insane. Absolutely nuts.
Yeah, and if you get the ward kill onto your solo laners, they actually level up off the first wave.
It's definitely a misplay from Squints taking that from the solo laners.
Did you say squints?
Micro misplay. Absolutely gonna just win this game, honestly. Maybe.
Oh wait, Squints is the actual sub. Who's Squints?
Oh, is it really? Oh gosh.
These name changes throw me off, I'm sorry.
This is some. I don't know, Bear, if you want to talk about it. This seems like an interesting lane state in bot lane, considering Caitlyn's range advantage.
Yeah, you would expect Kate and Gallia to be pushing the MF Leona in a little bit early. Before Leona can become a factor. Before, like, MF's...
As we see a full engage coming out here top lane, the Supernal shows up, trying to turn this for the side of CBC. Is getting the auto attacks down to set up the slow and is, very patiently holding the Coon. Lands it, gets the full combo. That is definitely a dead juiced by Daddy as first blood comes out for the Elise.
Yeah, good kill, good gank. Quad the Mordekaiser are trying to clear a wave. Didn't have wards deep enough or didn't respect the vision. or the potential of Elise being there. Better worded there.
Yeah, it's definitely one thing I always encourage and tell people when they're learning is we see a Maya gank coming out here in the bot lane as their 2 flashes forced, or flash heal forced on the side of CBC from this Hecarim gank. As right as I was talking about it, it's always beneficial as a gank is coming in to try and start a scrap in the lane by yourself as he looks to fight against this Mordekaiser, who's actually just gonna get locked up here as Maya gets almost taken down as Revan takes out the jungler, but then the ADC falls to the duo lane as they kind of just split, decide to take 2 different fights across the map as we see gank coming out here is the flash forced by Juice by Daddy as the cocoon would have landing a second kill for the side of Elise.
Yeah, honestly. 200 IQ from Flyjay to run out of mana to bait Hecarim in, and then Leona just with a nice E connecting, and they chase him down in the Eclipse, except the kill. And then meanwhile the ADC is getting run. The new guy squints. New guy.
It's a rundown. But back to my previous point. It's always really good to try and start out a scrap on your own and let the jungler come in the middle of it. Because especially towards the low elo, most people, if they don't have vision of the jungle, will be like, oh, why are these people just trying to fight us, you know? And they'll like try and take and start trading on their own. And if you're in the middle of a trade and a jungler shows up, it always feels really bad.
Mm-hmm. Has the directed camera panned topside yet?
Yes, for the first blood. Come on.
True.
First blood in that second gank.
Like for the split second.
Hey, look. There you go. Top side.
Oh, yeah, so we got some
Boom.
action top.
As we see a trade coming out as the taunt. Necro guy deciding to opt away from this trade initially. Oh, as he gets to pull back through and takes the auto shield. What's that called? Jimmy, help me out. No, the Shen field. Twilight Refuge.
Those guys are managing to clear the wave out, not getting frozen on at least, but definitely a better lane state for the Shen.
Uh-huh.
The bomb is under advantage.
Spirit's Refuge, that's definitely it. Oh. Selfish. Well, we all know how good Riot's Klein is, so I'm not sure how authoritative that actually is.
See the serrated dirt coming out from MF. I've seen a mix of people going Eclipse and people going Gale Force nowadays on a lot of ADC picks that normally wouldn't just lethality. Yep, Gale Force just seems to be the new hit thing that the kids are doing, you know?
I think Gale Force works really well on Jhin, not so much on Misfortune. I think it just synergizes with Jhin a lot better. I think the lethality with the amount that Misfortune is reliant on, like her ultimate damage, still just seems better.
It's more just catching people off guard, because like later in the mid game, like when your auto Q just like can half HP someone or like physically kill them if they're any type of low, like you just kind of catch someone off guard that didn't normally expect that MF would have a dash.
Well, as we see the jungle fight coming out here with Maie, who's level 6, ulting in, getting the spider. As we see the Shen ultimate coming out, but is instantly killed before that Shen can come through here, as it is numbers advantage now for the side of PD, as they are just running these people down, and we are seeing the pony take over this fight. As we see the ultimate from Mordekaiser coming out, as the Apocalypse is ignited and is forced to flash away, as the Flydrake flashes into the middle of 4 people and ends up getting taken down. It is absolutely a huge win for the side of PD, as we see 3 kills picked up, and the first dragon.
The Apocalypse absolutely mind controlling Flytray right there.
Oh, as you see a potential solo kill here coming out in the top lane. Juice by Daily barely not able to take down Necro Guy in that 1v1.
Yeah, and as we see, it's now a 2K gold lead.
Hey, someone has correctly pointed out that you should probably change the stream title and the banners.
Yeah, we need a mod or an admin.
We need somebody like you, Sebastian. Oh wait, no, you're not. Do you still have mod powers? I don't know. I know you have mod powers in the Discord because it's yours.
So JJ Bell is sitting nicely on one of his signature champs with 3 kills, no deaths, 2 assists. It's gonna be a nice early start for him.
Yeah, definitely a big.
Snowball this.
Yeah, definitely a big benefactor of that last fight. Was not having the greatest lane phase before that, but now should be able to bully out the Misfortune with that range advantage.
As you can see, the Hagram up about 20 or so farm, a little
You
bit
see
more.
a gank coming out in the mid lane, but direct to camera says, nah, we don't actually have a gank coming out. We have Caitlyn auto attacking. As nothing really happens and comes from that mid lane gank either. And it looks like maybe Cleanse was blown from the side of Zapocalypse.
I really like the Hagram pick here because like Elise and Hagram can both gank, but Hagram just has that faster clear and can eventually just start out leveling the Elise for the lack of farming that's going on.
For sure, yeah, it's a big farm lane. 23 right now. It's a much bigger farm lane in the jungle than it would be in the traditional lane, considering how much gold these camps are worth.
Currently, Elise is level 6, right?
So you see Hecarim coming in the mid lane, trying to pull out a gank. Goes in, we see an all-in coming out in the bot lane too from another gank, and absolutely one-shotting the poor Galio. As we see Flydrate also dropping in the mid lane as 2 ganks end up netting 2 kills, 1 for each side of the map.
Yeah, good stuff. Like I said, both junglers can gank pretty well there, as just demonstrated. But as you see, the Hecarim is still up a level even after all of that.
Tragic. Q barely doesn't stop Misfortune's recall.
But it might be
Base is
okay.
very important.
Just helping the lane stay out a little bit. Bot lane was under a lot of pressure right there. So not pathing towards the Rift Herald is kind of sometimes worth to bail out the MF, who's going to be a large portion of their damage in the team fights.
See Juice by Daddy also getting a lot of pressure up in this top lane as we see gank coming out here, potentially counter ganked as he hops over the cocoon. That's actually huge. Forced to repel away from this damage, and looks like it's just going to be easy kill for Maya as Necro Guy decides to go in and ends up getting absolutely destroyed by the Hecarim as well. 2 easy kills for Maya. Yeah, definitely just recognizing the fact that, like, hey, Elisa's showing up here, and I am stronger than her. As we see an all-in coming out here in the bot lane, and all the CC landing onto JJ Bell means that he just gets deleted by this Misfortune. Yeah.
You can just smell when Malzahar is itching to ult you.
Yeah, he's looking for it, trying to get those minions prepped. He's got the Ignite ready too. Honestly, could probably just E-Ignite R if he wanted to.
Caitlyn finishing the Kraken Slayer, and the Divine Sunder finished from a Hecarim, so they're going to be enormous right now for this next Dragon fight. So if CBC decide to take a fight here, they will probably lose if the other team is just grouped at all.
It's definitely, it's definitely true if both sides are active, but it looks like that's just going to be a it doesn't get the E off, but we see TP coming out from the side of Juice by Daddy, gets the pull onto the Misfortune, and a big Galio coming in as the ultimate from Juice by Daddy is here to pick up the flash coming from Revan, can't escape, and it looks like the Ignite E is enough to take down the mid lane as we see a 2-for-1 in the extended trade, but it looks like the Dragon should be free and going over the side of Pledge Daddies.
Yeah, very nice stuff from PD.
Oh, is the flash coming out just absolutely
Oh,
bops the
man.
Mordecai, the Malzahar in the
That
mid lane
Daddy is
from
an
the
absolute
Mordekaiser.
madman. He will hunt you down everywhere.
Definitely a
My-
signature pick for Juice by Daddy and showing
My
his
highest
familiarity
level.
with the pick as well.
This is probably
Oh,
my
is he sitting on a ward? Oh no, it's tragic. Oh, but that's a lot of damage. Does he have the shield? Is it going to be enough? Oh, the good dodge as the flash taunt comes out from Necro Guy and able to pick up the shutdown onto the Mordekaiser.
The action in this game. There's already 17 kills in 14 minutes, 15 minutes.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
I like it.
But
Can we
we
get
will
6
say,
over here?
look at that gold lead.
Twitch chat?
Looks like the taunt already came out. That means that's probably a dead Necro Guy. He tried to taunt as the E coming out from Hecarim just knocked it back away. So that means that's just a free kill for Hecarim. Absolutely, as we see Malzahar just pulling away the Orianna in this mid lane, trying to take the pink ward.
Yeah,
So what do we think of the
it's-
oh, as we see a flash force from the side of Malzahar, but that's a ton of damage back on this Apocalypse as he's eating the E, the minions, and also the Malzahar minions. But Juice by Daddy just shows up again and is like, hey man, step up, as the good E comes out, and that's just a dead JJ Bell and probably a dead Fleeing Panda as well. Well, good position from Revan to stop the Justice Punch from getting the Galio away, as a free double kill for the side of Squints coming out. Oh, stunned under tower. Oh, the Shen ult coming in, saving him, taking a lot of damage. Ends up meaning that it's just a trade of ultimates in the mid lane as the blinking health bars of Pledge Daddies shows that they overstepped a little bit. And I speak too soon as Mordekaiser's like, I'm here at least, I'm going to ult you. And almost gets taken down, but that's a lot of damage. Gets the shield, gets the passive going, starts running at Necro Guy, gets his item proc, gets the true damage, and just absolutely burns him down. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage, but he's going to probably go down here. Oh, but the Galio is enough to keep him alive as he gets the Conqueror proc and the heals going, as we see the Malzahar ult locking down the Galio for the 1-for-1 kill as they try and punish the overstay, but end up making it just a 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah, and like you see the ease of access paying off in the bot lane where they were down a little bit of pressure, but then Leona just lands a nice E, pulls up with the ult, MF layers the ult in the bot lane, gets a free kill on JJ Bell even though he flashed and even though he was fed. And he had a Galio right next to him that couldn't really do much.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and we saw this bot lane locked in before the Galio came out, and maybe like this is speaking a little bit too soon, but maybe in future games and adaptations, maybe bring out the Braum. It's definitely a great way to shut down a Leona Misfortune because you know, yes, Leona gets on top of Caitlyn, but then you just throw a Braum shield and Misfortune can't really do anything. She has no way to melt through that shield and no ultimate layer over top that CC.
Yeah, I think the thought was like Galio would CC the map, but the thing is, even if you have a Braum there, they both get CC'd by the Leona anyway, and he might not be in position to shield. Stuff like that can happen. That's why the Galio couldn't follow up with any CC, he was stunned. So it was just really good.
Maybe
Leona
just a
stuff.
little bit of clumping on the positioning, maybe have Galio stepping up a little bit more. As you see a blue buff invade coming out here, maybe a fight over this blue buff as As Hekrum's looking to get in there, just jumps on top of the Misfortune. Alt gets a huge ultimate in the backline as we see that 1v5 potential coming out. It's a big Orianna ultimate, but a big Misfortune ultimate on the top here, but isn't on top of the pony as he is just running through this team fight and picking up kill after kill after kill, and it ends up being an ace for none for the side of Pledge Daddies.
Maya making me sound like a prophet from earlier on. He just jumps in 1v5 and then yeah, his team falls up and just gets the kills. That was really beautiful, and he's popping off nicely. Produced by Daddy with JJ Bell. Everyone you want to have gold has gold. Orianna's being a nice supportive carry as well. 1-1 and 9. That's what you like to see. No more than 3 deaths on anyone on their team. They're doing quite nicely.
For sure, yeah, definitely a lot of wombo combo happening there. As the choke points are definitely good places to fight for both teams, but because Misfortune was chunked out so early and there's really no CC to keep anybody in her ultimate when she fired it off, Maya just kind of like ran at her, and you know, when you put yourself in a when you root yourself during your ultimate, it is definitely a field day for Pony. As look at the farm lead too now. Yeah, not only is he 8-1 and 8, but he has a 64 farm lead on his lane opponent and 4 levels. 4 levels. He's level 13 to level 9. That is 20. It's at 20 minutes. He has 4 levels on. That is. Oh, that's not even fair.
Yeah, that's Hecarim farm advantage, and also when he's ahead, it's just at least can't really do much. Her strength is ganky in the early game. Her clear is okay, but it's not, as you see, it's very slow here. Takes her forever to do that compared to Hecarim.
Especially as the game goes on. I mean, like, these camps keep getting bigger, and she doesn't really get any additional AoE damage enough to, you know, kill these camps super quickly, whereas Hecarim, it just all stages of the game gets more and more AoE damages. Necro Guy is getting forced away as a 2-level lead in this top lane has also been sprung up from Juiced by Daddy. Who's also a 2-item power spike, very strong at the moment in this game, and can definitely kill anybody within his ultimate, for sure.
And
So you see a flash ultimate from Mordekaiser, followed up by the ultimate from the Leona, and absolutely deletes the Apocalypse. But is there going to be any sort of follow-up as we see the Hecarim coming in, absolutely one-shotting the Misfortune, but the ultimate coming out on top of the Galley ultimate, tries to get the Panic ultimate off, but just ends up going down as we see all the kills coming out for the side of Pledge Daddies, as we see another ace for 1 as Apocalypse is just typing in all chat right now, worth.
Maya is so fat, he hit MF the wrong way and it still worked. He just charged in there, hit her into the tower, tanked a few tower shots, still is 90% health at the end of the fight. Yeah.
So as we see a 11,000 gold lead at 22 minutes as they take the middle inhibitor. If you are CBC, what are you asking yourself right now? What draft or play changes do you think need to be made going into game 2 if they're going to shut down Pledge Daddy's chances at making playoffs?
Ban Hecarim.
Ban Hecarim, okay.
Play Hecarim.
Play Hecarim, okay.
Play Graves into it. You have to play some kind of full clearing jungle to match it, or something that can invade and beat it. Or it's really hard. You can invade with the Elise pick, but you have to have really coordinated laners with the invade. So it's a harder play style than just. Yeah, it's harder to do that than it is to just pick something that clears its own jungle faster.
So Violet brings up the point, the game isn't over yet. So maybe they're not thinking about that. Maybe they're thinking, okay, how do we get back into this game? So if you are CBC, how are you getting back into this game?
Oh, you try to steal Baron, or you try to steal the 4th dragon.
See the ultimate coming out from Leona, slowing down the pony, but the pony ults in and forces the flash of Necro Guy around this Baron. as the stun comes out, as they're just asserting their dominance, trying to make sure they get jungle pressure and vision pressure around this Baron. As they have 3 dragons, they have the inhibitor up, so someone has to deal with these supers as they are autoing the wards. Which
Yeah, this is an opportunity to contest. They would probably win this fight if the enemy team is tanking Baron. They've already.
But they have every
their
4 people in base right now. The flash on top of the Elise is ulted by the Mordekaiser. This Elise is definitely gone. No way that she's going to be able to get into the pit and smite.
Yeah, just some miscoordination there. I don't think all the members of CBC needed to base at the moment. At that moment, they knew that the Baron potential was there. Supernal seemed to know it right when they started it, or at least
Yeah.
were suspicious.
I mean, they may have been calling like just at least go for the steal, but
Yeah,
one thing
that could've
I
been
think like
called,
people
I
don't
think-
realize
I
is
think
there needs
in the
some
fight on
support to
there
try and get a
might
steal.
be- Yeah, they're probably just too scared to fight because of the gold disadvantage.
Oh, it was a big headshot, but the big ultimate coming out, but a good knockup from Galio immediately interrupts the Mordekaiser ultimate as the Leona gets shut down, but it doesn't matter because Maie is in the backline, and with nobody to peel off the pony, the ADC falls, and there goes the support in Portal Combat, and that means that is Mountain Soul for the side of PD, and at this point, I mean, it's now 13,000 gold. Baron, Dragon Soul, is it next? Is it next yet, Violet? Is it go next?
No, it's still 1% chance.
What is the 1%? Is it solely reliant on the pony just absolutely running it down, or is there a way that they can actually
there's like
proactively
a
make a
huge
play to get
wombo
back in?
combo from the MF Leona that could happen, and then a clutch Malzahar ult or something. Shen ulting someone that thinks they're safe, like when they think they're safe. So
She also now a
there's much
5
better
level
than that
lead,
to happen.
5 levels for this
Enemy
pony.
team gets cocky because they have Baron and they walk in too deep. There's some ways out of this. It's definitely reliant on the enemy team making mistakes, but that happens all the time.
As the ultimate plus the Orianna, it's a little bit mistimed, but doesn't matter because they are just slapping the enemy team with their wallets. They're just way too ahead and end up picking up 3 easy kills underneath the turret as the pony just goes in deep and kills everybody.
Yeah, this is a little bit less than 1% chance now.
As the JJ Bell, but there it is. There's the 1% chance. They just need 3 more people to into the end nexus like that,
Yeah,
and it may
there
be
we go.
winnable.
Alright, anyways, props to PD for this pretty dominant win, but we'll see how it happens in game 2. The signature Hecarim pick, the Juiced by Daddy just being an absolute monster. Zaf offering like a supportive carry role from I think Oriana synergizing well with the Hecarim pick. Caitlyn holding her own, just carrying from the early game, and then Galio doing his darndest to support it, doing really well. I didn't see a ton of the Galio plays myself, but I'm sure they were there. He's 6'3" and 15. The Imperial Mandate probably doing some work.
All right, so let's look at some damage numbers. So we got Hecarim, 23,000. Next closest Mordekaiser, 18,000. And then Caitlyn, 14,000.
But yeah, you gotta hand it to CBC though. Revan or Revan, I don't know how you want to pronounce it, but Ravane. What is it? Really good engages, really good ease. Every time you saw the direct camera, it was just like Leona E connecting usually. The Malzahar getting some nice picks. At least getting solid early ganks off, just falling behind in tempo on the farm just because of I think the champion advantage. Hecarim just simply farms faster. And then MF,
Alrighty.
really good ults, honestly.
So who are you giving your MVP vote 2. I am posting the straw poll in the chat right now.
I give it
Um,
to Juice by Daddy.
I give it to Maya. I mean, like the man literally 1v5'd like three or four times that game and was the main source of engagement. I mean, yes, I think Juice by Daddy had some pretty insane like mid game and like early game plays to set them up, but the pony kind of ran over that game.
I don't disagree, but I think Juice by Daddy helped open it up, and that's what's really important. Giving it to either of them is a great choice.
yeah, I'd give it to Maya there. Close second, Juice by Daddy. Then the rest of the team is tied for third.
Alrighty, so we have how many viewers? 27. Okay, so there's definitely some more people to vote. Vote! People vote! Why do we always have 30 people in stream, but only
Yeah, who's hiring bots?
like
to watch
5
my
people
stream?
voting? What is this nonsense?
Did Blue Flame make it? Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, that's me. Do I need to post it again?
No, I saw it.
There you go.
Should post it like 18 times if you can. Oh, we have
I can't because it will
anti-spam.
stop me from spamming.
Why don't we let people spam? I think that's a breach of our constitutional rights
Oh,
as
yeah.
Twitch shares.
Exactly. Alrighty. Should we cut the stream for game 2?
Yeah, probably.